This is legal, but if I was under the influence or in possession of marijuana, that's where the legal lines can get a little bit blurred. Longtime 2nd Congressional District Republican Congressman Mark Amodei retiring. Las Vegas or Reno, Nevada. I'm joined with Senator Catherine Cortez Masto just to learn a little bit more about her. And a national survey reveals kindergarten readiness differs across families' incomes. For a lot of us, opening that door and getting into the driver's seat, we don't think much about it. Holy cow, this is the 2026 cattle drive. Over 300 cattle making their way to the Reno rodeo. They did have that avalanche yesterday where 6 skiers were rescued. 9 are still unaccounted for. Camel rides are open to the public. I may take a little loop around here and you can see the herd is following me. We have to test out how hard this whole baseball thing is. I'm going to pass off the mic to the voice of the Aces, Nash Walker.
Here we go, little play-by-play today. Jaden with the swing, got to get a little close. Good. Yep, that's a good spot. Oh!
Probably seen these flags all around, but where are they actually made? Right now I'm in the flag store in Sparks, Nevada. RTC is planning an expansion to its busy 4th Street bus station after a recent purchase from the city of Reno. And something people aren't talking about, we're on the corner of Kitsky and Plum, is these sidewalks. These sidewalks, look how much snow you have to walk through to get to where you want to go. U.S. taking on Belgium at 5 p.m. over in Seattle in the round of 16. So in a ceremony that took over a year to plan, 27 people from 10 different countries from around the world, they became naturalized today and took their oath to the United States of America. This process isn't always an easy one. You have to be a green card holder for the minimum of 3 years and then beyond that, as well as very extensive in-person interviews. That final step is taking that United States civics test and passing it. There were 2 speakers who became citizens today, and they said they are grateful for the opportunity to participate in American democracy.
And I promise to honor the values of freedom.
We also heard from Nevada Secretary of State Cisco Aguilar, as well as Senator Catherine Cortez Masto at the ceremony. We caught up with Senator after, and here's what she had to say.
I'm so proud to be here and be a part of this ceremony. It's so significant in the lives of what you've seen here, right? So what, 27, 28 individuals choosing to become a United States citizen. It's a big deal. And to be able to share it with them on the 250th anniversary, right before the 4th of July, it's just fabulous. It was magnificent. Now, you know, you tear up hearing the stories.
A beautiful location to become a United States citizen here at the Sand Harbor Amphitheater, right ahead of America's 250th birthday. Reporting in Lake Tahoe, Jaden Zelms. This is legal, but if I was under the influence or in possession of marijuana, that's where the legal lines can get a little bit blurred. In Nevada, you can legally buy a firearm, and you can legally buy marijuana. But under federal law, those two don't mix and could be considered a crime. Scott Catron, owner of Nevada Firearm Academy, explains the regulations to purchase a gun.
So in the state of Nevada, there are several questions on a form that we refer to as a 4473. That is the federal firearms form that you use to buy weapons. Are you an unlawful user or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substances?
And there is a gray area. University of Arizona constitutional law professor Chad Westerland says if 2 laws clash, one will overrule the other.
The federal government, the language we use is it preempts state law. That just means if there is conflict, the default is the federal government wins.
And under federal law, marijuana is still regulated under the Controlled Substance Act, which means use or possession can impact firearm ownership rights.
Man, this is a slippery slope. I interpret this as if you run into federal law enforcement and you have a weapon on you and you have cannabis on board, like internally or in your possession, you can't be charged. That is federal law.
Washoe County Republican Party Chairman Bruce Parks says there needs to be more clarity at the federal level.
Where do you draw the line? How do you regulate this? That's the major issue. You have a right to own guns, period. It amazes me that the one constitutional provision that says shall not be infringed is the one that is most infringed upon.
The Supreme Court is expected to rule on a case involving gun ownership from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals this summer. At UNR's Center for Constitutional Law, the executive director says prior court decisions may guide how the court rules.
I don't see this court allowing a state to prohibit gun ownership because of marijuana use. I just don't see that.
Here in Reno, what is enforced? Can you be arrested for owning a gun and marijuana? Well, according to local law enforcement, they tend to stick to enforcing local laws.
Yeah, so at least here locally, if you're legally in possession of your firearm in your car, you just went to the dispensary and you do have marijuana that's packaged from that dispensary, as long as you're not under the influence, you're transporting it from one place to another, you're in the safe, you're in the clear.
When constitutional rights, state laws, and federal laws collide, which one actually prevails? In today's world, the answer isn't always clear. Reporting in Reno, Jaden Zelms.
Jaden Zelms reports from Sparks with details on that event and how people can get involved.
It is going to be fast and furious tonight at the Nugget for the iconic drag racing event. So this is the track. It is about 300 feet. And the amazing thing is anyone is able to register their vehicle online and come race it. No electric vehicles allowed this year, but they're expecting speeds of upwards of 90 to maybe even 100 miles per hour. I'm joined by Tyler, who is the track manager. Tell me about the drag racing event tonight.
We get a lot of cars that come out here to race. We have a lot of family that come with them. We try and make this a family-friendly atmosphere here at the drags. We have a full professional timing system with scoreboards, win lights, elapsed times, mile an hour shown on there. We're going to have a burnout contest Saturday night and next Saturday as well. That's a lot of fun. If you've never seen a burnout contest, it's a lot of smoke and a lot of tire smoke.
And Brittany, tell me more about some other events happening around the city.
So we kick off our 40th anniversary this morning up in Virginia City. You check in at the Delta Saloon for the cars that are registered, and then cruising for the cure at Bonanza from 10 to 3 on Sunday. And then, of course, the drag races both Friday and Saturday night.
So many vintage cars will be around the city for hot August nights. They are returning. The drag racing kicking off tonight at 6 p.m. Reporting in Sparks, Jaden Zelms.